In a quiet monastery deep within the misty mountains of Japan, there lived a wise Zen master named Hoshin. He had spent many years guiding students in the art of mindfulness, simplicity, and inner peace. His teachings were simple yet profound, often revealing the truth hidden beneath the chaos of human thoughts. One day, a young samurai named Tokushi arrived at the monastery. His eyes, sharp with determination, held the shadows of battles fought not only with swords, but within his own heart. He bowed deeply before the master. "Master Hoshin," Tokushi said, his voice edged with frustration. "I have trained in the way of the sword my entire life. I have fought wars, protected my people, and gained honor. Yet, I carry the weight of my past wherever I go. The betrayals, the battles, the losses, I cannot forget them. My mind is restless, my heart heavy. How do I find peace?" Hoshin studied the young warrior for a long moment and then simply said, "Walk with me." Hoshin led Tokushi through a narrow path in the forest. The cool air carried the scent of pine and earth, and the sound of a distant waterfall hummed like a forgotten melody. As they walked, the master handed Tokushi a large, smooth stone. "Carry this," Hoshin instructed. Tokushi accepted it without question. They walked further, and soon, Hoshin picked up another stone, this one heavier, and placed it in Tokushi's other hand. "Carry this too," he said. Tokushi adjusted his grip and continued walking. As they moved deeper into the forest, Hoshin kept adding more stones, some small, some large, until Tokushi's arms trembled under their weight. "Master," Tokushi finally said, his breath ragged, "I cannot carry any more." Hoshin stopped and looked at him. "Then let them go." Tokushi hesitated. He had carried them for so long, endured the strain, pushed through the discomfort. But now, with a deep sigh, he opened his hands and let the stones tumble to the ground. A strange lightness filled his body. Hoshin smiled. "That is how the mind works, Tokushi. We carry memories, regrets, and pain as if they are necessary burdens. But the moment we choose to release them, we find relief." As they continued, they came upon a wide river, where a young woman stood at the bank, hesitating. Her fine silk robes would be ruined if she tried to wade through the water. Without a word, Hoshin walked over, lifted her onto his back, and carried her across. Once on the other side, he set her down, bowed, and continued walking. Tokushi followed, but his mind was unsettled. After nearly an hour, he finally spoke. "Master, as monks, we are not supposed to touch women. Why did you carry her?" Hoshin chuckled. "Ah, I carried her across the river, and set her down the moment we reached the other side. But you, Tokushi, you are still carrying her." Tokushi stopped in his tracks. The weight of understanding fell upon him heavier than any stone. That evening, as the sun dipped behind the mountains, Tokushi sat in deep thought outside the monastery. His mind no longer raced with old regrets. The burden of the past had begun to loosen its grip. At last, he stood, unsheathed his sword, and placed it gently on the monastery steps. Turning to Hoshin, he bowed low. "I have spent my life carrying battles within me, long after they ended. But today, I understand that letting go is not weakness, it is wisdom." Hoshin nodded. A warrior who knows when to release his sword is far stronger than one who holds it forever. And from that day on, Tokashi walked lighter, not because his path was easier, but because he no longer carried what was unnecessary.